leave the boat here.
Open world continues to become the biggest focus for single-player driven games. Even Miyazaki-san drifted into that direction with the dominating 2022's Elden Ring. Team Ninja have now followed suit and leapfrogged that game with a full open map, RPG-like action-adventure in Rise of the Ronin. After playing the first few hours of the game, this early hands-on preview delivers a small slice of this samurai-inspired historic saga. A vital piece within all RPGs is to create and individualize your avatar, and here Team Ninja have really raised the game. You can tailor a huge amount of the character from the basics in hair, eyes, body type, and then far more in-depth orthographic fetishes in cheekbones, mandibles, and how much acid perm is applied to your locks. It may seem a small piece to discuss, but the ability to tailor this really helps you invest in the characters, their plight, and ultimately their fate. I suspect, like me, many of you will spend a good 30 minutes or so ensuring you have the correct replica of yourself. Well, maybe from a few years ago now for me, and Japanese, and a samurai. Okay, nothing like myself, but it's still fun and it helps set the stage for the game, alright? Now beyond this, you have multiple modes of play to choose from, much like Neo and Neo 2 on PlayStation 5, which this shares the same but updated engine. You can prioritise graphics, frame rate or ray tracing mode. In addition, for the ray tracing and graphics mode, you can also choose to unlock the frame rate. The performance mode is fixed at a 60 FPS output, hence the name. Now, I will cover this in the full review, but the B-roll provided here by PlayStation shows off the frame rate mode, which is the mode I have been playing most. Each mode has its benefits and weaknesses, but the choice is again a welcome addition that Team Ninja consistently offer. After a short and heavy-handed tutorial, you are set loose on the first clandestine mission as a dual assassin squad. Now, this will instantly feel at home to Neo players with its dark historic focus and visceral combat and fluid controls. Now, the story is at the forefront and the choices the game offers right from the off allow big paths and hard decisions immediately for the player, which I really liked. Another choice, and a welcome one, is you can flick between the two characters in these opening missions at will, with the secondary character being taken over by the CPU. I liked the tactical element this added to the gameplay. Continues further with a Tenchu dark tone before thrusting you into the open land of Japan and pointing you in the direction of Edo, the original city now known as Tokyo. Here, the wealth of NPCs, side content, more nuanced battles, and above all dialogue start to feel more Ghost of Tsushima-like than the earlier Neo meets Sekiro-style red herring of the opening. Now, this shifts into a brighter, richer, but still dangerous world. It really pulled me in, helped greatly by its grounded historic footings. Although not historically accurate, it does track the real Japanese Boshin Civil War, where the country fought and secured back control from the Shogun warlords in the latter half of the 19th century. Our heroes are thrust into this plight, and right from the off, we are given a huge amount of autonomy to progress the story. You find villages subjugated under thugs' control to expunge from existence, similar to Assassin's Creed or Tsushima on that score. Travel is expanded with a horse, helping locals can boost your health, armor, skills and weapons. You can trade with them, learn from them and help them as you go. An early mission here had a street vendor unable to sell his wares due to a gang in the nearby village. He gives you a free item to use as a distraction tool. The enemy of my enemy is my friend and all that. Later you get a horse, learn to fly, use western hand cannons and even go pilot wings in the name of adventure. Like I say, it's not historically accurate, but within the realms of reality and history, such as the American Naval Commander Matthew C. Perry appearing early on being a real person in this period of history. Needless to say, you spend a good deal of time learning the locals' troubles, expanding your skills, gear and knowledge with a branching storyline which offers up a good variety both on and off the main story track. The game is a looker with excellent texture work, character work and animation. It will instantly have people saying it looks just like Ghost of Tsushima, which obviously is going to happen when you base it in the same time period with the same location and therefore the same scenery. That said, the team have realised their own distinct and unique version of feudal Japan, certainly giving it its own unique style, time of day system and overall aesthetic away from Ghost of Tsushima. It is very rich with a dense world, lots of trees, flora, water, uses SSR, excellent shadow map quality throughout, snow deformation, physics on cloth, GPU accelerated particles, cloth, hair and destruction overall look very, very good. The visual style is similar to Nioh 2, but it's brighter, richer and more grounded than those games. The rendering load is much higher with a vast and organic world you explore. It must be noted this is still pre-release code, and during review periods updates often come in, which is likely to happen again here. That said, the game can have a high level of popping when travelling on horseback, with obvious LOD swaps, NPCs fading in and some imposter swaps. Never bad, and the sheer amount of swaying grass, buildings, people and more, this is always a balance, and some modes are better than others. Animation is a high point, but the horse animation was also an aspect I noted could be better, specifically because you spend a great deal of your time looking at it. The high points though far exceed these early preview niggles mind, such as the superior character rendering quality and animation. The real-time cutscenes show these off beautifully, and again, due to the character design aspect and personal choices in the game, make these more unique and individual based on the path trodden. Hair sways realistically, cloth billows and folds, enemies are dismembered, objects explode, flames, sparks and far more are front and centre in the game's high point in the combat.
Are you serious? Damn it! That's not done yet.
Overall, the combat stands proud. It is excellent and skill-based, with timing-based combat, defensive then offensive attacks, stances, weapons, deception and speed all play into the action. Using all the methods at your disposal are vital, and just like a real samurai, cunning and guile are better than head-on conflict all the time. Animation and effects work in this area are excellent and really sell the battles, with fast, powerful slices, telegraph move of enemies, dramatic counters, blocks, parries and gory finishes seamlessly blending to create some stunningly impressive moments in just the opening few hours. Mixed up range weapons, the katana, spear, staff, and even bow and arrow or guns creates a similar but complex battle system offering multiple ways to progress. This does not even include the grapple hook, which is both used for fast traversal over the world but also disorientate your enemies and open them up for a fatal blow, or just give a chance against the hulking guards that pose more of a threat than the standard foot clan. The game has a wealth of options throughout, and I really enjoyed my opening few hours in this game. It certainly has difficult combat for those that aren't used to having skill-based combat all the time, and you can quite easily be overpowered by enemies very early in the game if you don't keep your wits about you, and that is what I enjoy most about these games. The fact that it is so wide and has multiple choices how you progress, where you progress and what you focus on is really the biggest selling point for me. But I'll have to leave it there for this early preview and come back to all that and more in my full performance analysis and review of this new Team Ninja game.
We can't risk causing a commotion. We must strike together.
I hope you enjoyed this fast and quick preview of Rise of the Ronin, with more to come very soon before launch. If you like what I do here on NX Gamer, then remember you can help by supporting the channel, subscribing, joining my Patreon and sharing a video and commenting down below, which helps all of the algorithm and all that boring stuff. Anyway, you can see me over on IGN Performance Reviews and again here very soon. But for now, I'll catch you on the next one.